Hi everyone, welcome. I wanted to do a quick video in alignment with the dark moon. So just some, guidance or support. It's a good time to connect into the moon energies. I like to work with the moon energies because they're the connection to all things, right? Without the moon, we wouldn't experience the balance that we do. We wouldn't experience the four seasons. We would either have nothing or extremes. We wouldn't experience that balance between the masculine and the feminine, the solar and the lunar. We would be missing something. So I really love to work with the lunar energies, the feminine energies, the subtle energies, the light within the darkness. The moon is so your relationship to the moon, right? Your connection to the moon. Just taking some time to maybe think about that. Taking some time to think about that. So I am feeling the dark moon is a great time to begin to integrate. Really take some time to reflect on over the last cycle, the last new moon, to new moon cycle, to see where, check in on some of your, your projects, on the things that you're working through. And it's a great time to really, reflect on how far you've come, to look at what it is that you're creating and manifesting, and honoring yourself within that. Perhaps looking at where you may not have been within alignment. Things will begin to reveal themselves where you're not making progress, where you're not feeling progress, where you're feeling stuck. Not saying that you can't find that flow, but, begin to look into that. It's a great time. It's a great time. So whatever you're choosing to, whatever intentions, you're choosing to create with, maybe taking a moment to perhaps bring yourself into a better space for this next cycle. So rather than allowing your life force to be drawn out, why not allow that life force to come in? So bringing in these lunar energies to support and assist you in moving forward. So beginning to open, to release out resistance to that forward movement. Perhaps releasing out of where we are in resistance to our own power, where we are in resistance to really coming into the body. We're headed into the Virgo season, or Virgo new moon cycle. And it's quickly transitioning into Libra energies. The moon is actually like during the new moon, it's like it transitions over to Libra. So to me, that signifies this bringing, embodying, and then, right, what happens next? It's that balance, right? Perfecting that balance. So almost like that imagination of being one step ahead of yourself. So what am I also aligning to past that? beginning to bring in these energies at this time, these abilities. So these Virgo energies, are really asking us to come into the earthly realms, to come into our earthly experience, to manifest on this planet at this time, to create, right? To truly come in and to create, to be the change from this new space of divine remembrance of who we truly are at our core and what we are here to be, become, do, expand into. So looking at bringing in that divine self, putting yourself within that center point of what am I here to create? What am I here to be within? That seat of power, right, for oneself. Fully within one's core, but yet release, also understanding of, and having released out of I get the words impatience, limited ability to see or to witness the unfolding. So perhaps taking a little bit of a step back, that last step back for some, maybe taking another step back for, to just kind of provide some space for things to unfold. Within the greater scope of things, just taking that step back to allow things to, this time is that let the universe work for you. Right? Just release that need to hold on to anything and just allow the universe to come together, allow the universe to work for you, and then begin anew. It's the pause. It's the moment before. It's the moment of reflection. It's that moment just before you, like re-enter that, transition into that next cycle. When you think of the breath cycle, it's that pause in between. When you think of birth, it's the, right in between the surges that a woman is experiencing, what is referred to as contractions, but those surges of energy. Right before that next cycle begins. It's that pause and really taking a moment to be present in that pause and to honor the pause, to allow for that pause, to just kind of, take that step back, rest, and, honor that completion of this cycle and what you have set out to do. And looking at, have you fallen out of alignment? Are you still within alignment of that? And where you are feeling that flow and where you are not feeling that flow. You should be, really focusing on creating this flow for yourself. So what does that, feel like? And going with that. So where you feel the flow, where you feel to rest, where you feel to be within these creation cycles, because there is a time and a space for all things, right? After we eat, we must digest. We must rest and digest. We must assimilate. We must find those gems. Bring the gems to the light. Honor our creation. Honor our creation. Honor the container. Honor the cycle. Even if it was not as fruitful or fruitful, begin to honor that. Well, where am I not in balance? Perhaps where am I outputting? Where am I giving too much? Because it will just not work unless you're right there in that perfected flow within oneself. That union, right? That honoring of the feminine, as much as that bringing in of that masculine drive and that masculine force, right? But, honoring the feminine. We have been so cut off from the honoring of the feminine. The Virgo, right? The Virgo, that grounded feminine energy. That, it can be labeled as pure, this purity, this more pure aspect of the feminine, but not in the sense of, this polarized aspect, although, archetypes are always going to be, certain types, but, looking at it more in the sense of this pure feminine, like this grounded feminine, this in touch with this inner light, this inner purity, this inner refinement, this soft, perhaps a little bit more soft, but really, grounding this in to your being. So where are we not taking time to reflect? Where are we not taking time out to celebrate, to complete, to honor the entirety of the cycle? So perhaps taking some time to sit and reflect on this. And, looking ahead a little bit, perhaps, beginning to think about some intentions to set tomorrow for the full moon. If you would like to stay in touch during the moon cycles, I send out emails to assist and support you in, really expanding yourself into this more harmonious, balanced state where, and so again, bringing you into these sacred feminine flows, these sacred feminine cycles. So please do sign up for that if that's something that you're interested in. And then, yes, looking ahead to setting those intentions tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow or not, but I will be sending out an email. So keep in touch that way. Wishing you well, and until next time, toodaloo.